Yeah, yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Oh man, asthma been acting up since surgery. We good though. But yeah, like I was saying on Twitch, I'm live on Twitch right now. We live on Twitch and YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So what we doing right now is, hey, big dog, my boy Joe, what's popping? But like I was saying, man, like we human. Sometimes we have our moments where we get discouraged, and um, we just gotta like pick ourselves up and like refocus and regroup, recalibrate type shit. And that's what yesterday was. It was just a moment. It was just a moment of realization, like, hey, I'm gonna be looking crazy for a little bit. It is what it is. You know, we not gonna have the big numbers like we want. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna have to stick to it and stay grinding, and that's what it is. Had the mindset switch. It was like, fuck it, hey. If we gonna have to look crazy for a little bit, we gonna have to look crazy for a little bit. It is what it is, man. My boy, I'm coming back next week, next Monday. I'm gonna be back on the clock next Monday. Route 30, man. But yeah, man. So it's like when we go through those moments and we gotta like refocus and regroup, it's okay to retreat. It's okay. It's gonna be heavy, heavy. Why is that? Ain't no holiday. Hold on, what's next week? Next week ain't no holiday. It's just heavy volume, just getting crazy now. But yeah, we gotta just recalibrate. Oh yeah, I forgot Amazon. It was Amazon Day. Yeah, I think today's the last day for Amazon Day, if I'm correct. I think it was from the 8th to the 13th. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Or Prime Day or whatever it's called. Prime Day. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. It was from the 8th to the 11th. So I see. I see. Yeah, Amazon getting them deals out. They trying to get them packages out. But yeah, man, we gotta regroup, recalibrate, and it's okay to take a step back sometimes to get yourself together. You gotta make sure that you good. You know what I'm saying? Before you could tackle anything else. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, you got to get your mental and everything that you need to be right for the people around you, for your camp, whoever that may be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to, take a day or two to yourself. If it's taking too long, mm, we might need a little counseling or something like that. But it shouldn't take no longer than a few days, a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Recalibrate, get right. Um, I forgot what I wanted to initially talk about. Um, but yeah, man. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Always nice to have a second opinion. You know, you want to fact check, you want to always get someone else's point of view of the situation or whatever the case may be. You know, we all view things differently. We all go through life differently. We're similar, but we all go through life at our own pace, at our own structure. You know what I'm saying? So you might view something one way, and then somebody could drop a whole different type of analogy on you, a whole different type of perspective on you that'll change your whole attitude. So a second opinion is always needed. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Um, One thing I do want to talk about, I want to touch on is um, motivation. You know what I'm saying? Motivation is key. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's good to be consistent because consistency um, keeps you grinding, keeps you going. You know what I mean? You're always gonna be a step ahead with consistency because you're gonna consistently do something. But we need a burst of motivation every now and then. We need something to spark us, something to light a fire under our ass, something to get you to get going. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people. The problem with motivation is a lot of people take it for a day or two, possibly a week. You know what I mean? They don't take it long enough to form a habit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might get inspired to eat right for a couple of days, and then you might get a nice little craving and be like, damn, you know what? I do want that, and then boom. Your consistency isn't stronger than the motivation. You know what I mean? You want to have your consistency stronger than the motivation, but we do need motivation every now and then. Um, and that's all I'm doing right now with this streaming stuff is just I'm just trying to stay consistent with it. Um, I didn't have the motivation yesterday. I didn't have it in me yesterday. Um, I hopped online and was just in my own head and looking at the numbers and it's just like, damn, bro, like something gotta give, man. Like something gotta give. Like how long until it's more than you know two or three people in the stream, you know what I mean? But it's like when you think like that, you take away from the experience, like learning how to, you know, be more camera savvy, how to, deal with the intricate stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like learning the chat and, putting filters on things and yeah, facts. Facts. Sometimes you just gotta do it. I always say one thing for sure, if you don't ever try, one thing for certain, you'll never know. So you always want to try. Oh, facts, man. Facts. If you don't go for it, you ain't never gonna succeed in it. You know what I mean? A lot of people always be like, man, what if, what if, what if, what if? That's what it turns into. It ends up turning into a what if. What if I would have? What if you know what I mean? Oh damn, I could have, should have, I could have, but they never started on it. So they just stay in this stagnant position, you know what I mean? So definitely want to, put your best foot forward and attack everything, with passion and, attack it with like, you know, the intention on doing your best, the intention on, experiencing the journey, like whether that's, you know, having no money for a little bit or having no views for a little bit or I guess clout, having no clout for a little bit, or I guess they call it aura now, no aura for a little bit, you know what I mean? Eventually it's gonna pay off, if you stay at it and you stay consistent. That's what I mean by your consistency got to be stronger than the motivation. Like we need the motivation, but your consistency got to be stronger than the motivation. You got to stay consistent after the motivation fades. Like a lot of people tend to think that like being consistent at something is, say I'm lifting 100 pounds every day. Just hypothetically, say I'm lifting 100 pounds every day. I'm supposed to lift 100 pounds every single day. Like, oh, I'm coming in here and I'm lifting. Nah, 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 nah. Consistency is knowing that I could hit this 100 pounds. Maybe I can't hit it tomorrow because I might be sore. I might have something that's holding me from reaching that 100. But as long as I do it, if it's not 100 pounds, what can I do? You know what I mean? And then you're gonna have days where you're hitting 100 like it's nothing, and then days you come in and you're only hitting 80 pounds, or you know what I mean. That's real consistency. Like, I mean, not everybody can do 100% every single day. That'll take a toll on you mentally, so you gotta, your mind is gonna make you scale back every so often. You might hit 100% 3 days out of a week. You know what I mean? And then the rest of the 4 days, you're at 60, 70%. You know what I mean? But the fact that you're doing it consistently is what's giving you the progress and the you know the results that you want. The results that you want. A lot of people they give 100% maybe 3 days out of the week, but then the rest of the month, those are the only days they did anything. You're given 3 days out of, let's just say, a week, but then the rest of the week you're given 0%. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that, so, and they'd just be like, oh yeah, man, I'm consistent. But it's like, are you really? Like, you only give X amount of consistency, man. Exactly, exactly, exactly. My dog Joel, man, big dog. I appreciate you, man. I hella appreciate you, brother. We gonna get there, man. Consistency gonna definitely take us where we want to get to. Um, Next week I'm coming back to work. That'll make a month post surgery. Um, I want to work out, man. I want to work out so bad. I can't. So I'm just here, just thinking of ways to stay in shape. Like, I cut down my meals. Like, I ain't even snacking. I'm eating once a day just so I don't gain weight. You know what I mean? Like, just getting my mental like, all right, you don't need to eat this, that, and the third. You know. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I woke up like an hour ago. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna hold you. I woke up like an hour ago, ate some food, and was just like, fuck it. I'm about to go live. Soaking up this last week. I'm gonna be back in the office. I gotta wake up mad early, get in that office, and ain't gonna be able to sleep in like this no more. So hey, I'm taking advantage of it. I'm taking full advantage of it. But yeah, yesterday that's what that was. I was lacking the motivation, and I was feeling sorry for myself. I was feeling sad for myself. Not sad, but I was just like, damn, where the numbers at? Where are the numbers? The numbers ain't numbering. The math ain't mathing. Something ain't right now, man. And I don't really know what it was, man. I don't really know what sparked that depression. I don't know what that was, but I did not feel like streaming no more, man. I was just like, I'm done, bruh. I'm done. I need to relax. I need to sit down. I need to just reflect on life real quick. Like, is this something that I really want to do? Is this something you know, that I can see myself going through? And it's like, you got to do things without any expectation. You got to do it just because you like it, you love it. You know what I mean? when you do things and you don't have any expectations on what to expect from it, that's when the best things happen. That's when you flourish because you're doing it just out of spite. Like I just want to do it. And I lost track of that yesterday. Like, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy it. It's fun. Um, it's like a weight off of your shoulders. Like it's low key like therapy. It's low key like, you just chatting to a therapist. The camera's the therapist, you know. um um I'm low key done with music. I'm not gonna say I'd never do it again. I don't know, man. That avenue was something different, man. That avenue was costly. It cost a lot of money to do that stuff, man. And if the return on investment isn't coming back, it's like I kind of don't want to do that again. I don't want to be putting myself in a hole where I'm, you know, chasing the music, and it's like I'm good, bro. I'm good. Maybe if it's a situation where maybe a couple of my investments is doing right, and the money is money, and maybe I'll get back into that. But right now I'm having fun with the streaming, bro. I'm having fun with the streaming. It's not as expensive. Just set up the camera, got me my little, my mic, you know what I'm saying? I got my equipment, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not as expensive as the music. So maybe when the money is money, and when the math is math, and I do it. But right now we just gotta stay focused on this grind right now. Man, you know what it is? A lot of these cats on these streaming sites, it's low key just like the music. They'll pay the artist to hop on the stream with them. So it's like, say if you wanted to get a nice little promo on your music, you might get I'm just throwing out names. Wiz Khalifa, 21, and you get a list of artists, and let's just say Wiz charged 10 bands to be on a song, and 21 charges 8 bands to be on a song, or you'll pay that. It's not that they know these niggas. Like they don't really kick it with these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like they not really on the phone or like met them niggas in person. Like it's like they probably got in contact with, the agent or somebody that's close, and then they be like, yo, I want to get whoop de whoop on the stream and da 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 da. Or they probably met at an event and was like, yo, I want to get you on my stream, and then they worked out a deal like that type shit, you know. Um just like in the music too, sometimes maybe they do it for GP. Like maybe it is just like, hey, I fucks with you. I'm gonna hop on your stream. I really fucks with you. But more times than not, they paid for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's like, you know, it. I mean, the music industry. I mean, not the industry, but the music game and the streaming game is low key the same. Low key. Not all the way, but low key, in like the early 2000s or mid 2000s, early 2010s, you notice everybody wanted to be a artist. Oh, I'm an artist. Oh, I rap. Oh, I do this and da da da. Everybody wanted to try and make it as an artist. Now here we are, early 2020s, you know what I mean? The 20s, and everybody want to be a streamer now. You know what I mean? That's the avenue now, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you get that type of Kai Sanat fame or I Show Speed fame? And it's like you gotta be entertaining. You gotta have something of interest. Hey, I could get Whoop De Whoop on the stream. I'll get his people to start following me just because. And that's just how it is. Marketing is crazy. Yeah, speed Speed was just streaming not too long ago. Speed out there in Turkey. I had a Turkish fan on Twitch. He was talking to me. Old boy was teaching me how to speak in Turkey and shit. I was speaking Turkish. You know, he was telling me I forgot how to say hello and all that stuff. But he was like, bro, the women out here would love you, bro. If you came out here, you got fans in Turkey. And I'm just like, oh, you fast like that, Joe? You fast like that? My boy got some speed on him. You ever ran a 40? You ever ran your 40? Last time I ran a 40, I was on shout out Amelia Jones or Amelia James. My bad, my bad. Shout out Amelia James. 1, 2, 3. I see you. I see you. Okay, 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 okay. I ran a 40 in high school. That was the last time I ran a 40 back in 2008. I ran a 4.45. 4.45. Unofficial. Unofficial. The first official 40, my first and last official 40 I ran, I was a sophomore. That was back in 2006. Yeah, 2006. I ran a 4.57. I ran a 4.57. But my senior year, I ran a 40. I ran a 4.45. I'm pretty fast now. I mean, I know I'm not as fast as I used to be. I don't know if I'm fast like Speed though. Speed over there racing no allows. You know what I'm saying? That's an Olympic gold medalist. No allows. You think you could take no allows? Or what's the buff nigga name? Uh what's his name? Ashton Hall, Ashton, whatever. You think you could take Ashton Hall or no allows? Ashton Easy. Oh, okay, okay. Ashton, a big ass nigga. Ashton. I think I could take Ashton. I think I could take Ashton too. I don't think he's super fast. He fast, but he's not like super fast. I had a when I was in high school, I ran the 4x1. Was it the 4x1? Yeah, it was the 4x1, and I was the second runner. Um, one of my boys, the one that was coming out the block, he stumbled like bad, like he fucked up and shit. This nigga was behind, like I don't know how far behind he was, but old boy that he was racing against gave the baton to his boy. He took off on camera. You just see me hawk buddy, just blink, 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 blink. I don't know how fast I was moving. Top speed, I was probably going like 20, 21, 22 miles. I was hawking him. Blink, 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 blink. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold it. Shit, I'm down to race. I'm down to race for the stream. I don't care if I lose. I'm down to race for the stream. My cousin want to race me too and shit. I told him I ain't got time to be running. I ain't ran full speed since I was, damn, real talk thinking about it. I ain't ran full speed since high school. Like I remember I tried out for a community college, the Mesa football team, but I ain't even run full speed then either. Yeah, I ain't gonna be 100% for another 3 months. They said I'm cleared to come back to work, because I didn't get approved for disability. I didn't get approved for disability because, we federal employees, so we don't pay into the SDI. And then when I went to the what you call the disability for the federal employees FIBA, They said I had to apply 12 months prior to me being disabled. Like it's like so basically you gotta buy into the program, not even knowing if you're gonna get hurt or not. You know, and I forgot how much they take out of our check. And it's like, bruh, bruh, I had what 11 hours of sick leave left on the book. They added that to the check we about to get this week. And then the next week I want to say altogether I think it was more than 11 hours. I think I had 18 hours. I had 18 hours on the books, right? Tell me why when I checked the statement for what we about to make this week, they took more than half of my check, bro. I only made I only made what six something, bro. They took $350 out of my check. I only made six something, not six ten, six something. No, I made 60 something. I don't remember, like 602, 603, something around there. They took $350 out of my check, bro. I didn't make enough money for the feds or the state to take their taxes, and they normally take like 100 and some each of them. You know what I'm saying? So if they would have took their monies, I would have only had $100 on my check, bro. I would have probably had less than $100 on my check, bro. Nope, bro. Uncle Sam is a motherfucker. I asked dude on the phone. I was like, so I'm about to go into surgery right now. So I wouldn't qualify for anything. He said, nah, if you would have done this a year prior, we would have been able to do it because I forgot what he said, honestly, but that's how I broke it down. I was like, so I had to apply 12 months prior. Like last year, I wasn't thinking about getting surgery. I wasn't about to get surgery. I didn't even have that on my mind last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to get surgery. You know, I literally thought about this in January. In January, and I just asked my doctor, "Hey, is there anything that we could do about this?" He said, "I'll recommend you." Went to the appointments. The moment my doctor said, "I'll recommend you," that disqualified me. So, according to what the dude said, it basically I would have had to consult with him, the FIBA agent, before I spoke to my doctor. For real, bro. This shit don't make no damn sense. I'm just like, bet. My mom was telling me like, don't do it. Just stay working and get your money. And I was like, Mom, I'm not about to wait a year to get this surgery. I'm not about to wait a whole year to get this surgery. So my bad, Amelia. My bad. I'm like tuned in on YouTube right now. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. That sucks. That sucks. I hope you get that fixed. I appreciate you too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know. But I'm about to go put this uncrustable in the fucking toaster. The homie told me put them things in the toaster. That shit gonna come out heat. I'm about to go put it in the toaster. Yo, them Uncrustables is undefeated. Undefeated. The Uncrustables is undefeated. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. There be mad bots on Twitch, man. It be mad bots. So like they'll follow you and then ask you like some question like, "Oh, my microphone is messed up and da 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 da. Can you help me?" It's like, but it's like now that I'm realizing this shit, it's like they all have the same preset message, you know. So it's like I don't want to be rude because it might be a real person. So I just be like, oh, you know, I interact and shit, and then once you don't um buy nothing from them, they unfollow you and they stop fucking with you. That shit crazy, bro. Like that shit be wild. But yeah, man, out of there, out of there. But yeah, man. I hope you're having a good day, my brother. I hope you're having a good day. Um, shit, man. Ah, fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I could do something. And that's another thing too. I think that's why I fell into a little depression yesterday. Oh yeah. Mad good practice. I needed that. I needed that for sure. Oh shit. But yeah, I think it was the fact that I'm not doing anything. Like the first 2 weeks post surgery, I was just bedridden. And it was like I could barely move. I had tubes in me and shit like that. And then once I got the tubes removed, it was like I had to like go slow and the whole process kind of put me in a depression. Like it's like, damn, I can't work out. Doc said I can't get no nookie. You know what I'm saying? I can't get none until I'm fully healed, until 3 months from now. I can't even get none, bro. Yeah, the mental will get better. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm pretty sure I can. I ain't ask him. I got an appointment on Friday. Uh, I'm gonna ask him. I'm pretty sure I can because I'm not doing nothing. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Doc told me that shit 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and I told my cousin because I had got some. I want to say a week before surgery, and from two different bitches. You know what I'm saying? And like before that, remember I told you I was in the desert, dog. I was in the oasis. It was the oasis for me at that point because it was like it ain't the desert no more. I'm not thirsty or nothing like that. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. So I turned it into the oasis. But I got some cheeks from this white cutie and then one of my old bodies. You know what I mean? And then like I was like that was God. God was letting me know, like you about to go through something. Let me take you out of the desert, just so I can put you back in the desert. But let me take you as deep as you into the desert. Let me bring you back to the beginning of the desert. I burnt that motherfucker. But it's all good though. It sure did. It sure did. I needed that too. One of my um one of my little shorties. She was helping me out through this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I was stressing about how I was gonna pay my phone bill. I was stressing about all types of stuff. She came through and was like, just pay me back when you can. I said, MVP. MVP. Shout it. Shout it MVP. I promise you. Yeah, we always remember stuff like that. She definitely got a spot in my book. Shout out my boy Joel. W's in the chat for my boy Joel. W's for the for my boy Joel on YouTube. Hell yeah. Came through. Nice combo. Even though I burnt the Uncrustable, motherfucker was still fire. I should have put that mug on 2 minutes instead of three. That's some good stuff right there. Ain't nothing better than some agua. Ain't nothing better than some agua. Maybe tea. Tea. Some tea, some green tea. Some nah, not even tea better than some agua. Agua is fire, man. Oh, I was about to say, what the hell is going on here? I was about to light that bitch up. She was part of my camp. I said, what's going on here? Almost put the work in on it. Yeah, we gonna we gonna definitely stay consistent with this, regardless of you know um, the numbers are low. We just gotta stay consistent. Um, I'm just going in circles now. What the fuck? I'm about to say what the fuck. But yeah, man, definitely gonna stay consistent with the streaming, and we gonna make it do what it do, man. We gonna definitely get right and get this together and get more fluent and do what we got to do.
St. John Whitaker,
Corporal St. John, yes. Matt, the colonel's here. I was just telling him how helpful.
Corporal St. John? Yes, Lieutenant Whitaker has been singing your praises. Just doing my job, Colonel. Sir, I'm glad. Lieutenant Whitaker's work is well behind schedule. Not too through help.
Matt, I told you. Biology, the work that I'm doing, is far more complicated than just building a bomb. Weaver is.
Lieutenant Weaver is ahead of schedule. If you don't make similar.
Oh, hell no. Okay. Yo. Oh man, these dudes whooping my ass. Ah, these dudes whooping my ass. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. We're buddy with the shotty. Sit your bitch ass down. Oh girl with the this nigga trying to die too. Everybody getting killed. I ain't even pulled my gun out on these motherfuckers. Sit your bitch ass down. Fuck. The fuck?
Lieutenant Weaver is ahead of schedule. If you don't make similar progress, I'm going to.
Thought she was finna kill me.
Is that
Kill me?
Yes, sir.
Hell no.
Is everything okay? It sounds a lot like
Sorry, I have to go.
murdering drifters. Oh, God damn it. No. What are you waiting to jump me? Huh?
Yeah, they wasn't gonna let me fill up my tank. I just came to get some gas from my bike. They ran up on me. These motherfuckers ran up on me. They wasn't trying to let me fill up my tank. Bruh. That shit was wicked, bruh.
He's been spotted on the South Rim Drive. The stolen bike has a blue tank. Find him, Corporal.
Yes, sir. Chase him down.
Oh, excuse me.
Alive, sir.
Example of anyone who thinks they are above the laws.
Sir.
This is the
Oh no. Oh, they tried to make me get rid of my bicycle? Not my bike, homie. What? Sit your bitch ass down. Who got you for this? Back your bitch ass up. Sit your bitch ass down. Sit your bitch ass down. You got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. 'Cause ain't nobody got time for that. Screamers, bro. Chiller, bro. Oh, this is a nest. I know a nest when I see one. That's a nest. All right. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. Some ammo. Give me that. Give me that.
Just gotta find Weaver's shit.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to fight that dude. So I need some of this. I need that. What? What you mean you just witnessed the domestic? Oh, damn. And you seen the neighbors going at it?
I smell it. Gotta be getting close. I smell the nest. It'll be right here. Sorry.
It was female on female? Now my question is, was they white or black? Was they white or black? They was black. They had to be black. And tell me why I was thinking that. I was like, had to be a female beating up a man. Cause ain't nobody gonna take that serious. Like if the police was called, and they was like, "Oh, I see a girl beating up a guy." So, man, I'm telling you, these girls be bold when it be coming
Just a
to
few
hitting
more.
on us, man, cause they know ain't nobody gonna take it serious. Imagine Buddy called the police on her. She hitting me. She hitting me. The police gonna look at him and be like, "Really, really?" And then, God forbid, he stop her from hitting him. God forbid he stop her from hitting him. Now she could press charges for him defending himself. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Oh no, these virgins all out of the place. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Last time I was in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? That's what the big issue was, always flirting and, talking to other females. And it's like, we men, man, we attracted by what we see. You know what I'm saying? If I see some tiggle bitties, you know what I'm saying? I'm, I'm, man, come on now. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, forgive me. Stevie, what? I don't see nothing. Hold on. He said, hold on, let me feel you. Let me see. That's hilarious. Man, shit, I guess we just gotta be like that, you know? Yeah. My next relationship, I'm gonna be Stevie Wonder too, man. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm ever get back into a relationship. I think I'm just gonna stay single and
This
you know just do my thing. I don't know. I say that now until I meet the right woman, right?
let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's the worst part about being in a relationship is the temptation of others. You know, you got girls out here flaunting it, and dudes out here that don't care that she's with another dude. You know what I mean? Like I remember, I want to say 6, 7 years ago on like New Year's, one of the homies we went to North Park and we was out there, clubbing and stuff like that, or hitting the bars because there's not really clubs out there. But we got on University, and this girl, she was with her man. She was with her man, and this friend of mine, they not friends no more. I mean, it was I don't know, man. They associates. I don't know, but he was over there like talking to her like in front of her man, and she was talking back like, oh, da 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 da, like, and I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that's mad disrespectful, like, you know. But that's the world we live in, Players trying to play, and you know, the girls that want attention, they want the attention. It sucks, but and that's a real thing, man. Just remember, she's not your girl. It's just your turn. It's just your turn. And I gotta pause the game for a second. And like on another note, also, it's like I've been with women who I've only done it what once, twice, 3 times the lady. But no, 2 times I've done it twice with a woman that was with somebody. You know what I mean? Um and like just finding out because I didn't know at first initially that they were in a relationship, and then when I found out that they were in a relationship, it was just like my mindset was just like looking at her like you foul, like that's crazy. Like imagine how many guys there are out here that are getting cheated on and they don't even know that they're getting cheated on because their girls be like real secretive about that shit. Like they move in like stealth with that shit. Like it's crazy, man. And like us as men, it's wrong when we do it, but it's like I'm not gonna say it's like built into our nature, but as a man, it's kind of Like, okay, a man's gonna be a man. A man's gonna be a man, you know. Like I always think of that saying, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You know what I mean? And it's like when I think of that, it's like as a man, I don't know. It depends on who you ask. Like, if you ask a Muslim and you got multiple women in your life, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it to him. But if you ask a Christian or a Catholic person, hey, I got multiple women, you know, they'll look at you and be like, "Oh, you's a heathen," you know. So it really depends on who you ask and how you feel about the situation. Because a polyamorous relationship or a polygamous relationship, you know what I mean? Some people look at that as, hey, that's nasty, that's not right. But if you look in history, you know, that's how it was back in history. It is pushed nowadays. I mean, that's what it was back in the days. Back in the days, like I'm talking about like 18th, you know, 19th century, 17th, 18th, 19th, you know what I mean? Like way back in the day, it wasn't frowned upon to have multiple women like how it is now. Hypergamy is definitely the new norm. I feel like social media is a big part of that because it gives the illusion of options now, both male and female. As a man, like if you know you got some game, you got some game. You could, go holler at a shorty, go talk to her and run some game. It's 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 very rare for a woman to go run some game on a guy. You know what I mean? Like their game is just it's not the same. It's not the same because they have the yeah, like it's like so for a man to get 12 women, he's got to put in some serious work. He's got to like have a mouthpiece. Like that boy got to be putting in work. For a woman to get 12 guys, that's easy. That's easy for her. You know, the dynamic is different. You know what I'm saying? Like for a man to get into some draws, that takes a lot of effort and a lot of game. Like for a woman to get 12 guys in her draws, all she really got to do is just, especially if she got some nice, you know, stuff. You know what I mean? If she got a nice body, figure looking right, peach on that thing, you know what I'm saying? And all she gotta do is just walk by and then give a guy a chance. You know what I mean? Like sex is in the hands of women. You know what I mean? And a long lasting relationship is in the hands of a man. Like a woman, she could decide whether she's gonna give you some ass or not. You know what I mean? If I mean depending on like what the situation is, obviously, you know what I mean. If you an upstanding person, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna take no for no, you know what I mean. Some people, I can't speak for everybody else, you know what I mean, but I know when no means no, you know what I mean. If this girl don't want to have sex with you, she not gonna have sex with you, you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, sex is in the female's hands. She's giving access to the draws, you know what I mean. um that saying, you know girls fall in love with what they hear and guys fall in love with what they see. You know what I mean? That's why it's more difficult for a man because you have to say the right things for her to like what you're saying to get into the draws. You know what I mean? For a girl, she just has like she don't even have to be, a 10. She don't even got to be an 8, 9, or 10. She could be literally like chubby as hell and out of shape and have some knockers on her. You know what I mean? Have some titties busted out. And then, some thirsty dude is just going to be like all over her. You know what I'm saying? Man, some people will go all the way for it. Some people will go all the way for it. They'll mess around and cut their arm off for some cat. bruh. They'd mess around and empty their bank account for some cat, man. That shit crazy, you know. A lot of dudes will play a facade and play a position just to get some cat. You know what I mean? Lose they self in the process just to get some cat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in that. It's way easier for a girl to get sex than it is for a guy to get sex. That's why it's kind of sad to see so many promiscuous women. You know what I mean? And they flaunt that shit. They love to say, "Yeah, I could get a nigga anytime I want. I got niggas in my inbox. I got niggas that want me." Like they say that like that's a flex. Like it's really not a flex. You're a female. You're a female. You know what I'm saying? Like you got titties. You got a coochie. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have some thirsty niggas that want that. You know what I mean? Niggas are way more bold. They're bold. They're more bold than women when it comes to seeking what they want from the opposite sex. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I seen this video not too long ago where the girl was sitting there talking to her friend, or the girl was telling the story about how her and her friend got drunk at a club and she was all over this dude and went home. They smashed. She called, told her homegirl, "Yeah, girl, this, that, the third, blah, 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 blah." Years later, after she meets the guy that she's gonna marry or she has real strong feelings about, she told her homegirl, I think that guy that night took advantage of me. I feel like I was, and then like her homegirl had to, yeah, yeah. It's like, bruh, they could switch up. That's what makes it hard on the real victims. That's what makes it hard on the real victims because girls like that, they'll initiate everything. They'll give you the green light. You'll do the deed, do what you got to do, and then once they get sober enough or they realize something about themselves or they get out of that whole phase, you know what I mean? Then it's like, "Oh, I feel like I was taken advantage of." Oh, like there's no accountability for their actions, for their decision making, for how they were in that situation. It's always I was taken advantage of and I was manipulated. So it's kind of hard for the real victims because you got so many girls out here like that. You know what I mean? So when a real victim gets into a situation, they're more reluctant to say anything because they know, man, nobody's gonna believe this. Ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying? Man, Man, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it, but I feel like that's what's going on with this Diddy case. You know, I feel like now that she realizes she ain't in the position she used to be, she want to attack him for this money now, and then say all of this stuff that she did or they did to forced to do it or she was manipulated to do it, but it's like she was down for it. You know what I mean? I mean, we all seen the videos of Diddy putting his paws on her and beating on her and stuff like that. I don't condone that. That's not cool and anything. But it's like at the end of the day, she would hit him up and initiate freak offs and oh yeah, I'm down, baby, let's do this. Oh, I love having these freak offs with you. And then now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now all of a sudden it's I only did it because I wanted him to like me still. It's like shit like that is just like facts. Facts. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I digress. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, that's why we gotta be safe out here. We gotta use our big head. Use the big head, not the little head. You know what I'm saying? Think. You got to think. You gotta take action, man. You gotta think before you know what I'm saying? Do anything. Think twice. Think about it. Think about the future of your actions. Think about it. You know what I mean? Take a moment, reflect. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got that hour in. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, Joe. I'm gonna see you next week. I'm probably gonna see you tap in a couple more times. I'm gonna go live a lot this week, but I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna end stream. Much love, bro. Have a great rest of the day, fam.